What's up, y'all?
What's up?
Back to the original three. Shout out to Ferris out in Vegas.
All right. 26 episodes.
That's half a year, isn't it?
That's
Yeah.
Has it been?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the math on it, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
And we've been going strong too. So hey, more power to us. Let's keep it going. But
I mean, what better way to do our first half a year but to do the year in review, right?
Exactly. Because like we said last week, it's been an amazing year in professional wrestling, and doing like a of the year list, it was tough for some of them. So some may have more than one, just because so much happened all over the place. So it was really hard to narrow down um each one's, but it will be kind of three separate lists. Each have our own that we think, so it's going to be kind of a collective thing. But we're going to go through stuff like promo of the year, wrestler of the year, match of the year, things like that. Um, so I want to get started with promo of the year.
Wow, man, you straight up got the PowerPoints out.
Whoa!
Bro.
What the?
Oh,
come on, man!
I had to go big.
What the heck?
I had to go. Ooh, a snort. I had to go big. Look,
man, that's huge.
I was like, look.
I gotta look at my list because we're going all out of order.
Yeah, it's in no particular order.
Start with wrestler of the year. I mean, that don't seem right.
It's just however I loaded them up. That's how the order it is. So, but yeah, promo. What's your guys's promo of the year?
I went with the MJF promo after he lost at Double or Nothing. That basically put the whole company on tilt, as it were. At least as far as he goes, he really, I don't know. He let it loose a little bit there. It's tricky to tell where the character and the human being ended, and I think that's always good for wrestling. So. MJF may be a quasi repetitive theme in my list, but I tried to keep it to a minimum. That's
that was definitely my promo of the year. But I also added another one, and that was, I don't know if you watched Dynamite, but if you haven't, Max Caster, Andrew Bowen, and Daddy Ass did a music video on Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal, and that was by far one of the best promo music rap videos that Max Caster has done. So that one is my second promo of the year, but most definitely MJF's pipe bomb was it had a stranglehold like on the world of professional wrestling, at least until the fight at was it All Out?
All Out.
Yeah. Up until that point, like that was the big thing. What about you, Eddie?
Those are some good ones. I like the MJF. I'll sprinkle a little MJF in there. I really like the CM Punk MJF promos, and I really like the one where he kind of had like a heart to heart with CM Punk.
Yeah,
that one's pretty good. Where he had like the
shirt
with the picture of them and everything. Yeah, that one I like that one. That was pretty good.
Yep.
That was another one, flirting with the line between reality and character type shit. I love that.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that was definitely. I'm gonna touch on that one later because I have something.
I don't even think that was flirting with the line. I think that was like
yeah.
It was like I don't know. You guys have seen Black Panther 2, right? Both of y'all.
Yeah.
Have you seen? You haven't seen it, Dan.
That's my bad, man.
But it was like that beginning was like real emotional because like that shit was real.
Yeah.
Like the funeral and everything.
At the beginning type.
Yeah, like that shit was real. So it was like, damn, it's not even for Black Panther. Like it's really for him. So it's like, damn, that's crazy.
And one of the things that I got from that was our funeral.
Yeah.
That's what that felt like. That was like, this one's for you. You get to be at the burial, all that. So yeah. But yeah, that's that line that it's like where art truly doesn't imitate life, but it is life.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on to the next one. We got promotion of the year.
Dude, that little semen that's floating all over the place is fucking with me, man.
Like,
I thought it would be.
Hey, hold on, guys in the back. Can we see the semen again? Can y'all roll that one more time?
Just trying to impregnate. Shit, man.
He's a quick mover too. He's the one that wins the race.
Exactly. I saw that and I was like, I have to use this because we get nothing out of it. But what's your guys' promotion of the year?
Seth, why don't you lead us off?
I'd definitely go. I would go with WWE for the turnaround because I think they still got a long way to go, but definitely after Triple H took over, they're looking a lot better, and especially with NXT turning around.
Yeah.
So I think they're going back to their root. Of course, they're going back to their roots. So definitely WWE. But I mean, yeah, WWE.
Hopefully their roots don't have too much more carrying cross in it, because man, that shit's getting hard to watch.
Yeah, very, very hard.
I'll take Botch Dollar over Karrion Kross because at least he's entertaining.
Botch Dollar, baby. Let's watch that fucking botch again, man. I watched that shit 6 more times this last week. It's just too funny. Holy shit. So I'm going to go with AEW just because monopolies are bad for business. Having another place where having the talent can go and, you're not taking you still have American viewers and North American viewers, you don't got to go to New Japan or whatever the fuck channel they've got Impact on these days. It's a legitimate, obviously it's not valid competition if you look at the numbers, but, to have another place to go is good for the wrestling business. So that would be why I'd say AEW. And some of the signings they've done this year, I think, have been on point. A bunch of them, I think, have been misses, but quite a few of those hires have been very, very on point.
Yeah. Well, mine is actually indie promotion.
No.
You don't say.
No, it's
Is
not.
Hold on. Is he gonna mention it before he mentions Kevin Owens?
Oh, man,
yes, it's really gonna happen.
Yes, Warrior Wrestling.
Hello.
It on it like I said, I talk about Warrior Wrestling a lot, and that's because it truly gives you a different wrestling feel. Because this just feels like some I don't want to say rinky dink, but kind of like that rinky dink promotion that's in the schools and the churches and the things like that. But it makes it exciting and interesting just seeing that indie space, and it's also truly unique because it's very similar to AEW. You have AEW stars that will wrestle down or over with Warrior Wrestling, and they'll be wrestling like the indiest of indie people. Like a name that you may not have heard of if you truly weren't watching the indie scene. Names like Tootie Lynn, like when she wrestled Chelsea Green, she's with Impact, but the sentiment still stands of people coming down to this indie space is kind of like a middle ground where it's like not really indie but not really pro, kind of like in between. I just enjoy it.
I think a lot of indie promotions have really gotten to up their game with having a company like AEW that allows their stars to go out and do all that indie wrestling, just something even like, Max Caster. I saw he just headlined, a Warrior Wrestling thing a few weeks ago. And that's not even necessarily a
and Eddie Kingston was there that night too.
Yeah, not even a huge star, but just being able to bill, somebody that everybody's heard of.
Yeah, and then
it's huge for these promotions.
And then something I'm super jealous about because now I have to truly start watching AAA. But I forget the wrestler's name. But Sam Adonis at Warrior Wrestling in South Bend here in a few weeks. What is this? Is going to be wrestling like a super top name out of Mexico. And this guy is, I guess he's so elite down in AAA that his contract, I believe, you can double check it, so don't 100% quote me, but I read that his matches can't be televised here in America. Like, he can have them. He's been at a couple different stops, but I don't think they can televise that match. And if that is true, then that's going to be one of those you have to be there to see it moments. Kind of like, if you were at the Madison Square Garden live, this past Monday, where if you weren't there, you didn't get to experience, what happened there. And if that's the case with that, it's like, I want to see that match. But if it's true, I won't be able to. And that's kind of what helped to propel it to that promotion of the year status for me. Is it just works perfectly well with indie and pro wrestling to where they acknowledge each other. Well, AEW doesn't really acknowledge Warrior Wrestling Live, but they have, Athena is the Warrior Wrestling Women's Champion, and she's wrestling in AEW, so there's still that connection there. And that's not what a lot of other people have. Yeah.
Speaking of that show at Madison Square Garden on Monday, that was a better card than the last 7 Raws I've watched. I don't know why they didn't put that on TV instead of a year in retrospect. Just saying.
Yeah, still got over 1 million though.
From what I read, like, that card looked fantastic.
And you know what's funny?
Say something about KO.
Let me get there, man. You can't keep stealing.
We're so close. This is you right now.
I'm gonna see it.
We're only 12 minutes and 30 seconds into the show.
Well,
Kevin Owens.
I think there we go.
Okay, got that out.
There we go. But yeah, so we got WWE, AEW, and we're covering the entire board here.
Nobody picked Impact. I can't believe that, man.
I love Impact.
Yeah,
not anymore, man. I don't know. I try to watch that. I'm like, half the time I feel like I'm watching like reality television or something. I don't know.
Oh my god.
It does have that feel. Like,
that's all.
But I'm gonna skip that one. We'll go back to that one. But let's do.
now the season has sound effects.
Gimmick match of the year.
Start it up, Nero.
Mine, I have only one match, but both promotions did it. But Blood and Guts and War Games, because each of those matches, Blood and Guts, because I was there, so that's why that one is for me.
Yeah, but you didn't see half of it.
I don't care. I was there. I was on my phone watching what was going on up top, and War Games, because even though it was a botch fest, that women's match, they showed out in that match, and of course the men's with the Sami Zayn stuff. Oh, it was just, it had the best excitement out of that. But yeah.
Seth, what you got?
Yeah, War Games as well. Only thing it missed was William Regal announcing it.
Yeah. we got him yelling Blood and Guts though, I think.
No. It's not the same though.
It's not though. It's not.
I'm going with Sami Zayn and Johnny Knoxville at WrestleMania.
Okay.
It was, for the fucking spot fest and gimmicky as shit, the big slapping hand, like, get the fuck out of here. But like, even I think Stone Cold said in this podcast, and he interviewed Sami Zayn, he's like, I was expecting to just hate this, as being a wrestling purist, I want to see some contact happen. He's like, I was so entertained by that match, and I completely agree. I was expecting that to be a go get a beer and have a smoke match, and it was not by any means. It was entertaining, and that was I don't know, I enjoyed it a lot. There was no Judy Bagwell on a forklift match, but whatever will be.
Right. Let's see. I think next, let's do feud of the year. So I got
So I got 2 for this one. I mean,
right.
or even 3, I suppose. Punk versus the Elite. Obviously, that stopped wrestling for a month, so that was a pretty big deal. Even if it wasn't in front of the camera, that was a real big deal. I think what Punk and MJF did over the course of those months, those promos, everything that got everybody talking about it. And then as of late, I'm going to go with the Bloodline versus, what's his name? Kevin Owens. That's right. Kevin Owens in the Bloodline, man.
There it is.
16 minutes and 9 seconds. Get that? You guys got that backstage? 16 minutes, 9 seconds.
Yep.
Yes. So I'm enjoying watching Kevin Owens team up with whoever he has to go and wrestle whoever he has to in the Bloodline. I mean, at this point in time, he's got to be the number 1 contender for the tag titles. He just needs to pick a partner at this point.
Right.
So,
which may be Sammy, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna wear my Ace Steel T-shirt today, but I couldn't find it.
We would have been across the board with that one.
That would have been funny.
Right. It would have been 2-on-1 though. Can't have that.
It's always 2-on. What you talking about? It's always 2-on-1. It's usually 3-on-1. I'm glad Ferris is in Vegas right now. I'm on this hill. I'll down this hill.
What about you, Andy?
All right, so I'll take mine a little further. So definitely the CM Punk MJF feud, but somewhere in an alternate universe where the AEW scrum that didn't happen, where those people, the people here want CM Punk to shut up and wrestle, but over there, that's what he does. And so that didn't happen, so he didn't vacate the title. I guarantee that it would have been him versus MJF. Was it Full Gear where MJF won the title? Yeah, of course he would have been dropping the title to MJF. So that would have only extended, what happened earlier this year, which would have, made it even better. So that's still my feud of the year, though.
So your feud of the year was fan fiction?
No, because it starts with the portion that it starts with the portion you had, but I just take a little
I dig
farther.
it. I'm just fucking around.
Yeah,
I like it.
Mine was the MJF CM Punk feud. It was too good. Like we said earlier, that not so blended line between reality and pro wrestling. It was one and the same with that feud, and who you wanted to win, it kind of just went back and forth. Like you wanted to, I think that's one of the first times that I know of that you started to feel for MJF. Especially since I started, because you never really had to feel for him because he always had a way. It was always something, but this one felt real, and it really did just make you feel for him.
Yeah.
So that's unanimous across the board.
Yeah. 3 for the good guy.
Yeah, for the good guy.
Take those where we can, Punk.
Right. The only Punk appreciation that will
Punk appreciation society.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Pass.
So
we're gonna pass on to the next
Punk ass.
You ready to do this in unison?
It's gonna start getting to be a wetter sound as the show goes on. I'm just wondering.
What, it was Indie of the Year or Indie Wrestler of the Year?
Indie Wrestler of the Year.
Oh, okay.
I forgot to make that one, so I had to hurry up and do it real quick.
And he still put sperms in there. I thought maybe you'd leave it out if you just put it there.
Nope. But I'll let y'all go first.
Seth, what you got?
Yeah, I'll start. Like we established, if you were on the independent scene at any point during the year, you were independent scene. So my guy is Very Nice, Very Evil, Danhausen.
I like it.
I don't even really consider him a wrestler in AEW because he doesn't do shit. He's like just there putting curses on people.
I'm waiting to see him like actually get in the ring. I hear he's been doing work, like trying to train and get his game up. So I look forward.
And I know he also had a injury, so I think he's just slowly working back through that as well.
Yeah.
But Danhausen's a good pick.
I got 3 of them just because they all work for me. Go with Down with the Thickness, Willow Nightingale. For sure. And AR Fox, man, the first match he had was like a month, 2 months ago on like Rampage. I was like, holy shit, who's this dude? He flies better than anybody I've seen in the ring. And you know, he worked it out, and shit, he actually won that trios tournament, $300,000, whatever the fuck that was on Friday too. I mean, he didn't, but he was on the team. But I think that dude is magical. And then obviously in the last 2 weeks, you got to give some love to Action Andretti. Taking down the Ocho, getting his face started on fire. That was one of the better fireballs that I've seen Jericho throw. That fucker was right on his face. Like, shit, man. Yes. Hair is flammable. Back up a little bit.
So, yeah, that was definitely good. Mine actually is everyone. I know I'm cheating. But since I've watched a lot of indie wrestling this year, it was really tough for me to just choose one person because I feel like so many people have made an impact and they've all had that moment to shine, whether it's in their indie promotion or being, you know, that local talent that shows up, you know, like Willow Nightingale did, which led to a full contract. But you have people like Shalante Royale, Sam Adonis, Willow Nightingale, the Beast down at Wild Women of Wrestling, Holiday, just so many different men and women wrestlers that it's just great to see all of this wrestling shining, especially in the indies. And now it honestly feels like, you know, with everything going on, you don't need WWE at this point, because there's so many other options and so many viable outlets that, you know, WWE is not just the only golden ticket anymore.
It's still the golden ticket, though. I mean,
at least in America, because in Japan, New Japan is the pinnacle over there, and then with Mexico, you know, AAA. So, and those two are definitely gaining a bigger presence in America as well, especially New Japan, especially after the pay-per-view Forbidden Door.
But if everybody wins, doesn't that mean that everybody loses too? There's got to be a spike in there. Otherwise, everybody's just right here.
Man,
don't mind me.
So be.
I'm the bitchiest today. Maybe, who knows?
Maybe the grumpiest. No.
You're a mean one,
Mr. Bitch.
Let's see. Let's get this one out of the way. You guys ready? Here we go.
There's a bunch of them.
Best return, yeah.
I mean, I'd say one that I don't think maybe made anybody's list is Austin Stone Cold at WrestleMania. That was a long time coming. Him back in the ring. Yep. So,
yep. And he's willing to do more.
I've got others that, you know, I'm sure probably are on everybody else's list, but I thought that, I mean, as an old school Attitude and pre-Attitude fan, Austin coming back was right where it's at. And then, like, you know, I don't want to steal everybody else's list. I'm sure that they're gonna, all the rest of my names will pop off here at some point. I think I know what yours is gonna be. I'm pretty sure I know what yours is gonna be, but you know, you guys just go. Yeah. Nobody's gonna say Kenny.
Mine is actually Kenny Omega. I mean, we all know what mine is.
Yeah, what was yours?
Cody at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, come on now.
It's because of the journey for me. You know, leaving WWE, going out there, proving that he is a star, and creating a whole promotion that is 5 years old now. Like, it'll be 5 years old this year. and to go back because you've done just about everything there is to do indie wise. You've wrestled in the indies, you won championships in the indies. You created a indie company that's, you know, because to me AEW is still like it has that indie feel, but it's just, you know, has a bigger budget. But
I like it.
I don't know. It just, you know,
it's only 4 years, but just
4 years, 4 or 5.
Is it January?
Their first
is it January
pay-per-view.
1st? Isn't January 1st
Yeah.
going to be 4 years? Because it was
Yeah,
announced January 1st, 2019.
I guess
Yeah,
5
sure.
if you consider the very first pay-per-view.
All in, all out, all in.
Yeah, I think all in.
Oh,
Because that was a year before they showed up on TV.
Yeah. Oh,
I think
that was
been on
4
TV
months.
for 3
4
years.
months before the company was announced. Company wasn't even a thing then. I
Yeah,
think that was
but
like
I
August
think
2018 or something like
I
that.
think so. I think they still consider that the like
for the rebirth.
yeah. But that's what I think. AD.
I like it. I got 2 honorable mentions. They've already been said. Cody, honorable mention, but just because, you know, it's cool that he came back, but it wasn't to me a big shock because I mean he left AEW. Where else is he going to turn up? And then same thing with Kenny. Like Kenny was already in the company, so you knew he was going to come back eventually. So my biggest return of the year will be Bray because he wasn't signed with anybody, and you really didn't know he was going to come back until he actually showed up.
You mean
So-
Karrion Kross isn't your return of the year?
Heck no. That dude was cool in NXT, but now he's just like.
I think Vince ruined him too much. Like you can't bounce back from that.
It's not even that. It's just his character now. It's just not like I don't know.
And his in-ring is not great. I mean,
Yeah.
at least I read something. I think maybe Seth, you posted. It was like Karrion Kross is all entrance, and that's first team all entrance. After that, it all goes
He's got a
to
good entrance.
I think that's why we're about to get Emma versus Scarlett Bordeaux because they're like, look, you ain't cutting it.
Mhm.
It's your turn, girl. Like, and I've never seen her wrestle, so I'm looking
She
forward
can
to it.
wrestle.
I believe it. But yeah, those are awesome, good picks.
MJF, honorable mention. That was a big deal when he
Yeah.
came popping. Is that in Buffalo, I think? With his fucking Josh Allen jersey on. Being half a face and half a heel. That was fun.
Straddling that line.
See, it's some bullshit because I missed some good shit when I was gone. Like I missed All Out. I missed Clash at the Castle. Like I missed some good fucking shit. It's bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, we enjoyed it for you. If that helps.
It's not the same. Watching it live, watching it actually happening, man.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But the Bleacher Report stream worked fine on the last 2 pay-per-views. They weren't doo-doo. Like
They've been
were.
doing it before.
Where
I've never had them doo-doo, so I don't know.
where like it didn't start when it was supposed to, like it was a glitch or something, and they did it for 2 pay-per-views in a row.
Oh shit. Damn. I don't have
Yeah,
those
it didn't
problems.
show up until like 15 minutes before showtime, and like in the middle of the 3rd match, like not dark match, but like pre-match. All of a sudden it just popped on. I'm like, all right, well, you know.
Yeah, we're here now.
Mhm.
Oh.
So it was. I was like, I don't know if I want to use. That's why I didn't buy them. I would just watch them elsewhere.
Mhm.
What? How'd you get it?
I'd
Yeah,
watch
that's
them. I'd watch them, but now, yeah, they've been good, and also they were solid pay-per-views as well. But yeah. So, you know what? Let's do. Did I do this one? Here we go. Click. There we go.
It's like the
It's like SpongeBob when he's like lubing up his lips to blow the bubbles. That's how I feel. That's what I imagine y'all doing with the.
I promise you, I don't want you imagining me doing that, bro. What the fuck? Man, close your eyes, bro. It's dirty.
Oh my god! I was so glad I left that in there.
For the record, I was too busy paying attention to Sperm, and I didn't see what category we're doing.
We gotta play it again.
Here we go.
Oh, okay, I got that. All right.
Match of the year.
I got a bunch. I mean, ongoing right now, this best of 7 series with the Triangle and the Elite. It's fantastic. The way they're switching it up and kind of turning it up now. Every match is phenomenal. That Sheamus Gunther match at Clash at the Castle, man, like I haven't watched.
That was a good one, man. That was a good one.
I have not watched a wrestling match and been like, oh, jeez, oh God. Like, as much as I did watch that, like those two grown men are like, this is some. I mean, it's obviously not UFC, but they are just laying the fuck into each other. Like, holy shit. And I guess I'll round out with the Orange Cassidy Will Ospreay match. Ooh, that was fantastic. I really enjoyed that match.
Yeah,
have at it.
AD.
A lot of great matches this year, but the one that stands out the most is definitely the Hell in a Cell Seth Rollins Cody Rhodes, just because of the injury.
It's on my list. I figured somebody else had it. Yeah, I completely agree. Just because of the injury is exactly right too.
Yeah, just because of the injury. Yeah,
because that one was mine as well. But my other one, of course, taking it back to Warrior Wrestling, the War of Attrition match. Just because that was wholly unique. I don't think they do that match anywhere but in that company. So if you want to see that match type, you have to watch.
Elaborate. Tell the fans
them. Essentially what the match is you have 2 teams of 4. And then those 2 teams will wrestle each other. And the winner of that match, the losers get eliminated. And then that team of 4 becomes 2 teams of 2. And then whoever wins that match, the winners now become opponents themselves. So by the end of the match, you're wrestling somebody who you just won the last 2 matches with and, teamed with. And it's just a really cool and interesting concept. And being able to see it live was just a whole nother experience. And I had more fun at that live show than AEW or WWE combined within the last couple of years, just because it is so, and I think that's the beauty of the indies. It's so personal. Like I was right there when Athena and AQA were beating up Frank the Clown's posse, or whoever you want to call him, Travis Outlaw or something. And as they were walking by, AQA like put the cake in front of my face. So, of course, being a little fat boy, took some of the icing and ate it. But it was just that personable experience that made that one of my favorite or best matches of the year.
That was good. All right, honorable mention, hot off the press. Ferris says that his match of the year was Ric Flair's last match.
Okay. I mean, that's acceptable. That's acceptable. If that's what you choose, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, even if it's wrong. What? You not sharing with the class? Attention. I want to hear it. Look at him.
He's just chewing, man. What the hell is that? he's chewing just like when I look at my dog and she's got something in her mouth. I'm like, "What you got in your mouth?" And she starts chewing faster.
Right. And then they just stare at you. Don't break eye contact.
Yeah.
And they don't blink. And I'm just like, stop staring at me while you're doing that. Please blink.
It's Tums for the record,
That must be a chewy Tums then.
Not powder.
Oh yeah.
But it tastes like bananas, so it's not all bad. It's like a softer runts. Fantastic.
Keep your bananas to yourself. I almost said no. No.
What you got?
No, I'm not saying it. Like if I would hurt myself if I said it. I'm not. Maybe off the air, but no. Not doing it. Nope.
Leave it to the IST.
So, no. It was the premature.
Got carried away with that one.
Break. I really. That was the worst one to do because my breakout star of the year. But IST. Who's your breakout? Yeah.
The Acclaimed.
Okay. I can dig it.
Not to say they were nothing before, but this has obviously been their coming out year, as it were. I don't mean that with the double entendre that I could.
Yeah.
I swear I don't. But this is definitely their breakout year. They went from C+ level to A+ in a matter of like a month. That Swerve in Our Glory, little tiff, and then with the guns. I got the Acclaim all day for their breakout year.
Okay. AD?
I'll switch gears to another company. I'll take Braun Breaker because I think that WWE is building a star down there.
All right, I can totally agree with that. He's kind of been the face of the men's division, most definitely. Mine sticking to the black and gold brand, Roxanne Perez or Roxy.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's had a phenomenal year. Where in the beginning of the year she was the Ring of Honor Women's Champion.
The first.
Mm-hmm. And then, went on to become the NXT champion while accomplishing, she was the breakout star of the year, or when she won that match, she was a tag champion, even though she only held it for very little. And she won the first Iron Survivor match. So already within the first year, she has been the first to do just about everything. The first to get that belt, the first to win the breakout star that match, the first to win the Iron Survivor match, and that's plus winning both titles
and then ending Mandy's reign too.
Yeah. So
I mean, she was gonna end it, of course, next year, but that would have just been even longer. But still, like it was 400 some days, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So
does getting that many firsts in a year speak to her strength or the lack of lineage that the company has? Like anytime anybody does something in AEW, it's like, oh, that's the first time that's happened. That's the first time that's happened.
I think in this situation, it may just be a sign of the time. She's been in that lucky situation where, they've never done these types of things. So I think she's just right place, right time with that. And she's knocked it out of the park.
It was like I'd say Undisputed Era fell in when they came up with War Games. Like they came in at the right time because they were in the first four. So, it's just of the times. Yeah,
sure.
Can agree.
So those are our breakout stars of the year. All great picks. Now,
so were the rest of them not good ones? Because that's the first time I felt like I got a pat on the back yet.
No, they're all good picks. I think we didn't do faction yet.
I didn't see faction on our
There's
list.
faction? There was not faction on there. It was best tag team.
Oh, I forgot that I added that.
Oh, you forgot to tell the rest of the
faction works. This is right off the dome. Okay, go ahead. It's IST. It's all on you. No pressure.
Man, he's the one that got to pregame and get ready for it. Give me a second.
No, I'll go ahead. But mine is hold up, man.
Oh, see.
It's a behind the scenes thing, but you can't say the Bullet Club isn't the best faction because they got what they're doing in Japan, they got what they're doing in Impact, they got what they're doing in WWE with AJ, Gallows, and Anderson, with Finn Balor leading Judgment Day. Man, that's all Bullet Club, man. Yeah. Kenny, the Elite, that's all Bullet Club. Oh, an overarching when you have the Click with DX and MWO, it's all Bullet Club.
Can you imagine if Sasha Banks joined the Bullet Club. What do you think that'd do to her style?
Her. I was gonna say it's gonna do it for her more than it's gonna do anything for them. I'd say.
Yeah.
Have they even had a woman? I don't. If
I
they
think
a
woman. So I mean,
I think Mia Yim is in it now.
She's in the OC though. She's not.
Yeah. Well, no, because I think
in the OC?
Was it? I think it was Jay White. It was Jay White or somebody. They like she tweeted. She said, "Am I one of you guys now or something? Can I join the club? Something like that." And Jay White responded, saying, "Yeah." And I forget exactly how, but he was like, "Yeah, you're in it." Like, so I think
I can dig it.
Yeah. So if she is like, I hope they eventually utilize that, because if she goes over to New Japan and does some stuff on the behalf of the OC, she goes over there with Carl Anderson or something. Who knows?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But yeah,
what you got, Anton?
Bloodline.
Yeah, that's the low hanging fruit. Sure. No offense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, it's just because nothing else has topped that storyline. Like, that is the storyline right now. Like, and I really have to give it to Roman Reigns, because whatever he did when he left, Homeboy had to take some acting classes or something. It was a complete 180 from how he was and how he delivered promos and his character work being, just okay, to being the guy. Like, I don't know what changed.
That's just the shit that blows me.
I think it's I don't know. I think it's the writing, because he wasn't given that opportunity, of course, to be a heel like everybody wanted.
That's probably
as soon as he came back, and it was just like, damn.
But something had to give, and whatever gave, this is how I wish Brock Lesnar's reign was, where he was still here. He was showing that he's the dominant one, not just, I'm going to wrestle 1, 2, 3, 4 short matches throughout the year, keep the title, and then not throw up again until it's time for the next review. Where Roman Reigns has defended it on, Raw, on SmackDown, on premium live events, across the board. So I think just that has been the storyline for me.
I posted something today about Roman, and somebody was like, he's basically Brock Lesnar now, and I'm like, how can you even make that comparison? Because Roman's showing up.
Yeah, he really is. This is the best work he's done.
Like, Brock would legit be gone he would win the pay-per-view and then be gone. He would win at WrestleMania and be gone till SummerSlam. That's freaking April to August.
Early Cowboy Brock was the best Brock Lesnar, because he was here every week. He was,
exactly,
and it was so good. Like, they knew, like, oh, we want you to be the face, so you gotta be here. Like, no, it was so good. But I think after all these years, that transformation, like, I felt like it took longer than Roman's did, but they both had that transformation, which is crazy.
Facts. All right. I mean, I guess I'll go with the other low-hanging fruit that there would be.
Yeah.
The Elite, baby. Like them, hate them, love them. They want wrestling to succeed and such. And obviously, the product that they put out, I believe, is high end. Kenny Omega has more than a Superman punch and a spear. It's nice. It's fun to see him wrestle. So I'd say the Elite being the other low hanging fruit besides the Bloodline. I'll snatch that shit off.
I don't even think you haven't even seen the best of Kenny yet, because Kenny don't wrestle nothing like he did when he wrestled in New Japan.
I agree.
Definitely gonna watch Wrestle Kingdom 17. You're gonna see some.
Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely watching that. But yeah, let's see. What we got left? Just Wrestler of the Year.
Are we there?
We had three left until you made that one up and made us fucking tap dance.
We got music, we got tag team, and we got.
Oh right. All right.
Do we get no spermies for these?
Hold on.
Spermicidal.
We said tag team, right?
We got tag team, wrestler, and entrant. Why was I by myself on that, guys?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was by myself. You can't.
You
You started looping your lips at the end, man.
Man. I don't know what you was doing, but you got caught in 4K doing it.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Because you literally had that.
Man, I'm the funniest too.
We back. We back. Definitely caught that one. But, oh my god,
that's funny, man. That's funny.
Anton, what do you got for best tags?
Honestly, like that one is a tough one. There have been a lot of amazing tag teams this year, from the Elite to the Acclaim to the Briscoes to FTR.
We're gonna rattle them all off before we get down.
I'm just like, this one. I don't know if I have a definitive, like 100% answer. Like it would.
I got 3.
Have to go to like multiple. I have more than that for me. It's just I'm giving them, not all of them, but all the major ones. They're props. They know who they are. I don't have to name names. They know. Gotcha. They ever watch this?
Seth, you want to pick from the Rebel of all of the good tag teams?
Yeah, I got 2, and I think there's only 2 good answers. But I think one goes over the other one. It's between the Usos and FTR. And I put FTR over the Usos just for being the AAA Tag Team Champions, winning the IWTP Tag Team Championships, and winning the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships. I put that over being SmackDown Tag Team Champions and adding the Raw unifying the tag team titles. I take multi-promotional tag team titles over that, so I go with FTR.
But they did beat the New Day to get the longest reign too. That.
So my list starts at FTR, goes to the Usos, and ends at the Acclaim, because they have come so much into their own. Like I said, talked about earlier, their gimmick is so over. Billy Gunn's fucking hotter now than he was when he was DX or when he was a IC or hardcore champion.
Keep your pants on, man. Keep your pants on. Talking about he's hotter now than he was back then.
Have you seen that ass, bro?
Well, he is Mr. Ass. So.
Right.
But I mean, I meant gimmick wise. I didn't mean hotter, not attractive.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Oh, okay. But I mean, hey, he's a good looking dude for being like almost 60, for fuck's sake. But anyway, I meant hotter as in like over. He's more over now than. I'll stick to the wrestling terminology. Wow.
There you go. I think we could have divided this into. I think we should have done. Now thinking back on, I think we should have done tag team of the year and breakout tag team of the year, because I think Acclaim would really fit into breakout tag team of the year.
Because I got one for breakout. If we
Top Flight.
Nope, the Creed brothers down in NXT.
Yeah, they're pretty.
Yeah.
Pretty deadly. Anybody like Pretty Deadly?
Nope.
What's wrong with them?
I like them with the New Day. That's about it. No, it's not that. It's just I've always hated those type of people. It's just like
those type of people. Hold on.
Wait,
what does that mean? What does that
long, flowing hair, snooty.
Hey, did they have a good year though? They unified the NXT and the UK tag team title.
So if we're going breakout tag team, like, can we call Botch Dollar breaking out of the top off the top rope part of the breakout?
He's in his own category.
Got it and landed on his,
and then sold it.
It was the perfect role. You cannot say that wasn't the part. He may not have did but it was still a perfect execution.
Perfect. He says flawless.
He's gonna roll no matter what. It's like a basketball. Gonna roll no matter what.
He did all of that without an injury. He could have.
He's got a lot of padding.
No, he could have. No, his head could have snapped back like a Pez dispenser, man. Like, look, it could have been.
That'd have been fucked up.
Oh man, bro! It's like
man. No, I got what you're saying. No, he could have did. He could have did some Big E shit.
But just the
yeah. No, I'm saying for real, he could have.
But yeah,
I told you I was there. That shit sucked. That shit was awkward, man. They were tending him for like 20 minutes.
That's what because I'm just like no.
Yeah, but I mean, he could have done that, and he could have really fucked himself up.
Just the way he did it without hurting himself, like that's that awareness as well. So, but yeah, it was still funny as hell.
It was neat and all that stuff, but you used the word perfect like 6 times, and that's where I had a problem with the
perfect in the sense that he did it so perfectly that he didn't hurt himself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or anybody else.
Yeah, because he could have hurt.
Because he didn't touch anybody else on his way down. That's why he didn't hurt him.
So he just walked it off. But yeah. That's definitely a breakout moment. That's the new Titus World slide, Box Dollar. All right, I totally forgot about the music, so I don't. Let's just pretend promo says music, okay?
Oh sure.
Let's just roll with it. Music, entrance music of the year. It's exactly 6 seconds. So
he's been acting kind of strange ever since he mentioned the Acclaim to coming out. He's been acting kind of weird.
Oh my god.
So I got 2 for best music. Orange Cassidy switching to Jane by Jefferson Starship, I think, is a fantastic choice. And I don't know, I like old Kansas music, so Wayward Son for the Elite is my other newbie, as it would be. But I still love Seth Rollins fucking burn it down, but that's not new. I dig that jam.
All right, AD.
Cult of Personality. It's way before CM Punk. I mean, I like this song since the mid '90s when I first heard it, so it predates my love for wrestling. So
that is
that
is the only acceptable response in that situation, not because it's Punk, but because of the history of the song. Okay.
No.
Oh, I thought you were saying Cult of Personality was the only acceptable response. I was like, man.
No. Because mine's a little all over the place.
He's gonna name every single theme music.
I'm not. Man, I don't remember the names of them.
CD came out.
Where's the list of Jericho?
But I'm of a certain cultural persuasion, and anything with a good bass in it, like I love. So the Best Friend song. That type, or just like bass in the speed, just like that big book, that Best Friends entrance music, Super Kick Party. There's that like one little moment, and when I heard it live for the first time, that's when I was like, okay, because like it, how when the car drives down, big subwoofers in the back, everything's vibrating, that stuff. And then of course Cody Rhodes entrance, like that's like my if I want to get shit done song. Like if I want to come up with ideas that's wrestling related, I'll listen to that while I come up with those ideas.
That's only 2 minutes long, man. You got to work longer than that, bro.
It's on repeat, man. The song don't stop. The work don't stop.
All right.
But yeah, those are mine. But a lot of good entrance music this year from new people. Some that are questionable.
What's questionable? Let's go there.
I lost it. I just had it.
Solid follow-up, bro. Solid follow-up.
It was right there, and then it just went away.
Does Braun still have his Braun? Shit,
he does.
His? Oh my god, man.
Yeah. Oh, but the New Day lost Big E. Like, I don't think they say it's a New Day. Yes, it is anymore.
Really?
I don't think so. I can't remember though, but I feel like something is missing from the beginning of the New Day's entrance.
I'm always too busy watching the graphics when they come out than I am probably listening to
that
music.
Too.
And I love that intro graphic. It's one of the best that they got.
That and if they have new
gear,
they're
like
yep,
I like that.
Yep, that or they're like if they have new gear, like what's their new gear gonna look like?
They cosplay as good as anybody does in the ring for sure as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep, followed by Kenny Omega,
followed by Jade Cargill, but
Oh yeah, yep.
I'd say Jade Cargill even probably leads the pack on that one.
Zelina Vega got some good ones.
She does. Yeah, we could have did that. Like, best cosplay. We already said Jade would have won. No,
sure, but then you got to get specific. Like, Ocean.
Yeah, that's true. But I guess now we get to our final.
Oh my gosh!
There you go.
What the?
What? I'm just
wrestler.
That's how you get computer viruses, right there.
Wrestler of the year.
We go men and women.
Whoa.
Or just one category.
We can do men and women.
Seth, what do you got?
The tribal chief, man.
I guess. I mean, I think that's a bad call, but what do you got for female? I mean, why? Why? Just because he's had the title? How many times did he defend it this year?
I'm not sure. I'm not counting. Like 10. I don't know. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. I don't know.
That's a countdown, but
But just starting with a already held closed out 2020 as the Universal Champion, held all of 2021, and then going into 2022, and then unifying that with the WWE Championship. I think that's pretty sick.
I guess if you're into that sort of thing. Who you got for female?
Come back to me because I didn't think on that one.
All right. So for female, I went with Rhea. I could also probably put her. I mean, I guess Breaker wouldn't work because she's been doing it for a while. But this is her big push here in the big company. So I'd probably go Rhea for female of the year. If not her, then the EST. She's been a fucking stellar year.
That's my pick.
Oh, my bad. I should have just shut up and just kept it to one.
Yeah.
And then, like for men in WWE, I think it's Seth Rollins this year. He's been a fucking workhorse. I mean, all of his work has been fantastic.
The man who lost the most matches this year? Okay.
Yeah, for sure, man. Doing the damn thing.
I mean, not Dominic Mysterio with that performance when he got arrested? Mommy, I won't survive in prison or something like that. You mean that isn't peak entertainment right there?
That's it, man. Mommy, at least it could burn somewhere else. Fucking Damian Priest killing me.
They made it a shirt too, and I'm gonna buy it. I don't know when, but I'm buying that shirt.
And I'm throwing Moxley in there for honorable mention. Especially after the whole all-out bullshit. Like, he was supposed to apparently be gone for a few months on vacation after that. He hasn't taken a week off. He's wrestled on Dynamite and Rampage, I feel like, for the last month. Now he's in the process of getting Top Flight, over, as it were, holding the title. The little ongoing shit he's got going with Hangman. Really putting AEW on his back, as it were, for the last couple of months before MJF got back and doing the damn thing. So that'd be my go.
My men's is Will Ospreay.
Can't get mad at that.
You said what?
Can't get mad at that.
Yeah, he's been a workhorse this year. While I haven't watched all of his matches, I've watched a lot of his matches. I even got to meet him at, of course, Warrior Wrestling. And it's, again,
okay.
I like it.
I didn't think we were going to bring up Warrior Wrestling this week.
Yep. One more. But that's where I met him.
We're so close.
And
Kevin Owens.
you just had to get the last one, but no. He's really great in the ring. And just all around just really good. And he's essentially one of, if not the biggest pillar in New Japan. I feel like because he filled that void that was left by Kenny Omega, I think, to a T. And I didn't even watch, Kenny Omega's time there, but just from what I've seen, that's what it feels like when they were talking about Kenny Omega like that when he was over there, to now that they're talking about Will Ospreay like that. And I just feel like he was, for me, just the rest of the year.
Female?
Bianca Belair. No questions about that. And actually and Jay Cargill. Both not for obvious reasons, but
she's purdy. She's really purdy.
We gonna go with that. But yeah, just both really improved a lot over the past couple of years because Jay Cargill just started wrestling. She didn't have any real formal training prior to starting in AEW, but since she was already athletic and she worked, of course she worked out, but bodybuilding, fitness, all of that, it was just kind of a natural fit for her. Like, is she still she's still very green, but at the same time she has improved immensely over the past, I want to say, year and a half, almost 2 years that she's been around. But yeah, those are my picks.
I dig it.
I think we did it. We filled an hour again, man. We can't be stopped at these hours.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah, and this is the first one where the topic flowed all the way through. It went all the way through. But yeah. This has been,
in the words of the immortal Eazy-E, man, Merry motherfucking Christmas and have a fucked up New Year.
All right. 4 dudes. Well, 3 dudes.
3, 4. Shout out to Ferris again.